Hi, it's Leah here, and we're going to make a face mask today. I know, you've been overrun by lots and lots of tutorials on face masks, and you probably don't want to listen to a single face mask commercial or newscasting or tutorial ever again. But I'm here to tell you this one's very simple to do. It has adjustable ear straps, and it is so simple that you'll be making them in less than 10 minutes. So first off, what are we going to use? We're going to use the So Spoiled printed out pattern. It's really simple, it's all free, and it's on my website, sospoiled.me. At the back are two templates. One is the overall face mask, which is template A, and then you have the pocket template, and this goes inside your face mask. Not everybody wants a pocket filter, but if you would like one, you have it there to add to your face mask. And the video tutorial will do that with a pocket filter today. So what different sizes are there? Well, there's small. That's actually the size I usually wear. Just like this. There's not even a need for a wire nose piece. It fits snugly underneath here, your eyes. There's the medium size, which is a bit larger. You'll notice doesn't fit me as well because look at all this gaping distance here. However, I can also adjust the ear straps. I'll show you why later on in the tutorial. And it actually helps out the mask, even though this is not the perfect size for me. And last but not least is the large. This one, as you can see, is really big. I know I have a hard time wearing the normal size because I'm so much smaller. What are we gonna do? We're gonna make our own. We're gonna make it the right size for everybody's face, and we're gonna make it with adjustable ear straps so everybody fits their mask appropriately. All right, well, let's get started. To start with, you'll want to print out the So Spoiled face mask tutorial. Then cut out the templates. This is large, medium, and small. If you'll want all three sizes, you'll have to print it 3 times. Here's the lining we're going to use, which is just basic white cotton, and ECU pirate fabric for our outer shell. Black elastic. This is 3/8 of an inch thick pony beads. They come in all different kinds of colors. A tapestry needle and a rotary cutter with a self-healing mat. All right, so step 1 is cut out 2 of template A in your main fabric. So we folded this in half and we're just going to cut along the template with our rotary cutter. Now if you have scissors, what you'll want to do first is pin the template to your fabric, and then you'll just use the scissors to cut around the shape of your template. I found this to be the easiest way. We're going to do that again with the same template, template A, but this time we're going to cut out the lining fabric. So we're using white for the lining. And then we're going to also cut out 2 of template B in the lining fabric. This is for the pocket. You might also notice that there's a 1-inch square there. That's just to make sure that after you print out your template, it's the correct size. If the 1-inch square is larger or smaller, then you need to try again and print at 100%. All right, so now we have our main fabric, which is the outer shell, the lining fabric, and the pocket fabric. We've got to cut 2 pieces of elastic, and you'll use your chart that's on the bottom. For large, you'll want 11 inches of elastic. For medium, you'll want 10 inches. That's what we're cutting here. And for adult small, you'll want 9 inches. Next, we're going to take the two main fabric pieces and put them right sides together. And then we are going to sew along the center seam or the center of the mask here. Always back tack stitch at the very beginning and at the very end of your seam. And the main fabric is done. We're going to do the same exact step for the lining, so we're going to make sure it's right sides together. If you had a print on this fabric, you'd make sure the inside had the right sides together. And we're going to stitch along the curve line. This is at 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. And there's the lining. We'll put that aside, and now we'll create the pocket. We're going to do the same thing and stitch the curved line again of the pocket. Since this is creating a pocket and we're going to actually put a filter between this area and it's got to be enclosed, we're going to zigzag stitch over this curved line. That's just so the threads do not come unbound. Now for this next step, you'll want to actually iron and fold over the sides of the pocket here 1/4 inch and then another 1/4 of an inch, and then you'll top stitch those two sides down. So we're going to top stitch those two sides. If you had a serger and you read the pattern, you can actually do this part by serging the center curve line and serging both side seams. Then you just iron and top stitch those side seams. Now we're going to layer everything together and pin. So first layer the lining right side up, the pocket right side up, and the main fabric right side down. I like to start with the center seams all meeting up together and start there by pinning first in the center and then outward toward the sides. This is step number 5, and we're going to sew the top and the bottom of the masks. So we're going to sew 1/4 of an inch from the top curve of the mask and then the straight edge along the bottom of the mask. You'll also want to clip the curve with pinking shears if you have them, or you can actually cut out little triangles on your own. This will help keep the curve lines nice and straight when you go to iron them. Do make sure you take out all the pins so that when you flip it, there are no pins hidden inside of the mask. All right, so now we're going to flip the mask right side out. You'll notice that the pocket gets stuck in there. You'll want to make sure that your pocket is along the lining side or the lining fabric. Once you get everything turned right side out, you'll want to press all of the edges with a hot, steamy iron. We're going to press the edges flat. We're going to work on the curves. If you have a chopstick, it's a really easy tool to use to get the curves to shape like it's supposed to. So get the sides first, and then we're going to press into the center and fold it and make sure everything's symmetrical. Once we make sure everything's symmetrical, we're going to take the sides and we're going to fold it inside so that it is about a 1/2 inch inside. We're going to finely iron the side edges and fold the mask again to just make sure everything is the same size. So we fold inside a 1/2 inch here, and then we do the same thing on the opposite side. All right, now we are going to make the adjustable ear straps. First, you want to take your tapestry needle and thread 1 elastic piece through 2 pony beads. Then separate the pony beads and thread the elastic back through the bead that is furthest from the threaded needle. Pull the elastic so the straps are symmetrical. Now the ear strap is adjustable simply by pulling one bead away from the other. Okay, we're going to do the other side just like the first side. Take your tapestry needle, thread 2 beads through, then thread the elastic back through the bead that's furthest away, and then make everything symmetrical. You can be really creative here and have your beads even match your fabric like we did here with yellow and purple beads. So you want to place the elastic into the folded edge. One elastic piece is going to go at the top of the mask and one elastic piece goes at the bottom edge of the mask. We're going to repeat the same step for the opposite side and take the ear strap. One raw edge is going to go into that folded side edge of the mask and we're going to pin it in place. About a 1/2 inch of the elastic goes into the mask. Okay, here we are at the machine. We're going to top stitch the sides of the mask twice. You might notice that I'm lifting up the presser foot slightly to get the presser foot over the elastic and everything that's there. It's kind of bulky. We're going to do the same step with the opposite side of the mask, top stitching the sides where the elastic is held twice. This reinforces the elastic. Now we're top stitching the bottom of the mask. Be very careful of the pocket here. It's a little bulky again. You have to work that part very slowly. And then we're going to sew the top edge, which is curved. All right, now we're going to cut away all these little threads that we have. Some poke up through the top and some of them are down at the bottom here. So we're just going to clip away all these loose threads. And now you have a beautiful new face mask. You could give this away as a gift, or you could wear it and be stylish.